27th November 2008, 2 train drivers are tragically killed in a level crossing accident.
Hi, I'm Dave McMahon. I'm part of the Level Crossing Task Force that our Chief Executive Lance Hockridge set up after the tragic deaths of 2 of our work colleagues on the 27th of November 2008. A combination of complacency and deliberate reckless behaviour result in 98% of all level crossing accidents.
The 2008 death toll caused by reckless behaviour was 37 road users, 13 vehicle occupants and 24 pedestrians.
Please ask your family and friends to show this DVD to their family and friends. Let's have a joint challenge. Let's have all of our family and friends talking about level crossings and the importance to obey the rules. Let's put a stop to level crossing accidents once and for all.
You know it can happen, you just try not to think or hope it doesn't happen to you.
Really gets you on the edge of your chair when you can see a car approaching the crossing and they're not going to stop.
You just see it and you think, is this it? It's nerve-wracking, you get the shakes.
Everybody's affected, and some people never get over these sort of things, never.
Many times coming up the level crossings, we blow the whistle, you see the lights flashing, there'll be vehicles stopped on one side of the crossing, and then you'll have a guy in a car or a truck coming the other way, and you just know he's not going to stop. He'll put the foot down and you can see him accelerate to get across. I think people are probably just not taking it as seriously as they should. They probably just think, oh, I'll beat that train, it's very slow. But often they get it wrong and that train does hit them.
We could take 300 or 400 metres to stop. People think that we're just going to stop just straight away. It doesn't work like that.
There's lots of different speeds that different vehicles do on the track. There's 3 categories, your Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. Cat 1's your electric drivers, Cat 2 is your silver rail motors and your diesels, and Cat 3 are your on-track machines.
People forget that we're pushing 400 tonne a train here, a passenger train. Freight trains are anything over 2,000 tonne. These trains take the length of a platform to stop. A normal passenger service, a freight train can take anything up to 2 kilometres to stop.
You try and do everything, put the brake on, sound the horn, and that's all we can do. You either wait for the bang or you miss them. There's no middle, you either hit them or you don't.
We can see the look on their face when they look up in horror and realise what nearly happened as they've just stopped at the last minute. It's not a very nice situation to be in.
We've still got to get the train there on time, and we've got to continue doing our job as best we can, but for a little while there, your nerves are just shattered.
Some people will drive through signage and signals, knowing there's a train coming, knowing they're going. Some people don't even realise they're going over a railway crossing. That's quite scary.
It's pedestrians, it's people on push bikes, women with prams, even the general public, men with suits and briefcases who are going home from work.
Well, if they were to trip over, well, I've said it before, we cannot stop, get their foot stuck in the railway line or anything like that, they're gone.
It just happens that quickly, yeah. Your heart really races and it's in your mouth and you wonder whether you're going to hit him or is he going to stop, or whether you can stop.
And when they do stop, that last little touch of the pedal, and you go past and they look up at you, you can see it written all over their face, and you say to yourself, whoa, that was close.
You could wait at McDonald's for 5 minutes to get a hamburger. Everybody's quite happy to do with that, but they won't wait 2 minutes at a level crossing like they haven't got a minute to spare. It's just not good enough.
We just think, what a fool. His whole life has just been put on the line just for the sake of probably a minute or maybe a bit less.
I'd say they don't have the right to take my life into consideration like that. Just a careless act, really, a selfish act. It ruins people's lives.
I mean, I'm only going out to do my job, like people in their cars going to and from work. They want to get to work. I like to get to work and like to get home too, same as them.
People just need to slow down and take a good hard look at what's important in their lives, and you don't really want to lose it all just because it's going to get you 2 seconds further up the road.
I have been involved in relief trains where there's been fatalities to see the person there that's been injured or killed. It affects you the rest of your life. It affects you, it affects your family.
They'd go home, you know, you wake up in the middle of the night, it's the first thing they're going to think of.
Something like that changes you, you know.
My train was involved with a accident. Beautiful clear day, flashing lights were working. He just didn't stop. I saw him coming, did what I could do. 9 months later, I went back to work.
Daryl was driving a loaded grain train when a truck drove through flashing lights at a level crossing. The vehicles collided and Daryl sustained a broken back in the accident.
My wife, especially my daughter now, she worries when I go to work now. And every time they hear a level crossing, they always ring me, "You're right, Dad." I haven't got over it, and I don't think my wife has.
A truck didn't stop at a stop sign at the crossing and we T-boned him basically. It all happened very quick. I put the brake on and then I just sort of said, this is it. I came to, I could smell fuel. The loco was laying on its side, facing the direction we were coming from. I honestly thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to burn. From that day, I don't remember how it looked or anything like that. It wasn't until a couple of days later when I came back, I was amazed at the sheer carnage. I had a 3-month-old son at the time of the accident. My family was in shock. It really didn't hit home until I saw my wife and my son while I was in hospital.
Joshua's train collided with a diesel truck, which caused it to derail and spin 180 degrees. He sustained a severe cut on his leg and cracked ribs and narrowly escaped losing his life.
Because of my injuries, I had 2 months off. I was hesitant about coming back to work. I didn't know if I wanted to do it anymore. It gets a bit hard sometimes, I suppose.
When one of our fellow workmates are involved in an accident like that, you do feel for them, and you also know that their family must be on tenterhooks.
If something happens to them, we want to know how they're going, both emotionally and physically, because if it wasn't them, it could have been you.
I've been there, done that, and it's no fun. I just don't want myself or anybody else to go through what I went through.
If getting the message out there to motorists can save just one life, then we've already made a huge difference.
We've got to get it out to them fast, how dangerous it is.
Responsibility on motorists to take more care and be more vigilant.
Just stop, take time.
It's like stepping across a road crossing. You stop, you look to your left and you look to your right, you look to your left again, and make sure there's no more machines coming.
Yeah, stop, look and listen. If the lights are flashing, the boom gates are down, don't cross.
By law, you're not supposed to go through a flashing light.
Observe those boom gates, those flashing lights. Actually think before you make that final step. You've got plenty of time to cross that road crossing. It doesn't have to be in that instant, because that instant, your life could be gone in that instant.
We have the power to stop level crossing incidents. By passing on the message from this DVD, you can help to raise awareness and save lives.